Brittany, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I am Bob with Codady, and today I have an interview with, or not interview, but a chance to talk to Brittany Hamilton from
B.haute Salon.
which happens to be the best salon from what I hear from
You're gonna make me blush.
Brittany. So I'm sure it really is
A
good.
little biased, but it's okay.
All right. A couple things I wanted to run by you. First of all, thank you for being our client. You were there from the start. We appreciate you. You are using what color now?
The Gamma.
The Gamma color? And
Yes.
you were using before?
Schwarzkopf. And before that, Matrix.
Right. And so what have you noticed about Gamma color?
It lasts a lot longer. And then a lot longer. And then a lot of my clients actually tell me that the smell of it, they like a lot better. So, like, just they notice the things of me applying it. So that's a good thing about it.
So you notice a shine difference?
Mm-hmm.
And since you own the salon and since you pay for all the shampoo, conditioner, and color that comes on somebody's head and leaves, it's also saving you money too, isn't it?
Doesn't cost as much, and the tubes are a little bit bigger. And I never even noticed that until Bob pointed it out, and I was like, oh my god. And then I'm just watching money go down the drain if it's wasted, so it's a lot better to get more for your money.
Yep, I've got a lot of customers, their color line has gone up the last 3 years. And now one of the major color lines changed their formula, and so people are really calling us because it's staining the scalp and such. You don't have any of the staining scalp issues?
Nope, it comes off, especially just using, like on the face and stuff, the color wipes helps a lot instead of letting it sit the whole time too. So, and that's with any color line. But
all right, and so you're using also the bleach too, right? From Gamma.
Mm-hmm.
And you're liking that, and now recently you started using the cream bleach.
Pairing them together. So I was doing all of my balayages and highlights without any of the cream lightener in it, and I hadn't really explored with cream lightener, but now I put a little bit of the cream in there, and it makes it it keeps it a little more moist longer, so that it keeps processing a little bit longer. It gives me a little more I don't know, what would the word be? A little more like
Control.
Yeah, control for it. And then also I can just like true balayage without foil using that straight too. So it gives me more.
You notice much expansion from the bleach?
No, the only time I've noticed expansion is when I forgot to wash my bowl out and I left it on the counter all night long and then it had expanded, but that was like 14 hours later, so.
Anyway, that's what people like about it. One is conditioning, and two, no expansion. So your bleeding rate is almost nil.
Yeah.
If you apply it correctly, your bleed rate is nil on that. So we're good. I'm glad you like that. All right, so I had some other products. Codady, the whole deal behind us is we want to bring in things that are a little bit different that no one else is seeing that we think maybe is good for them.
Yeah.
Right? So like we brought in this brush. It's like no other brush. It's called the Valera. It's made by Spornette. Or Ventura, I'm sorry. It's called the Ventura. It has bore on one side, nylon on one, so whenever you're grabbing the hair and pulling, the bore smooths it and dries quickly. But that's the kind of stuff. How does that feel like in your hands?
Well, it's light, so, but like I haven't gotten to try this. I watched Morgan do a class the other day, and the whole time I was like, I want to find one of those, so definitely going to get one.
It's a cool brush. I met the owner out in Vegas at a show, and he was a hairdresser. And he said he wanted a round brush, but he wanted the control of a flat brush. So he developed that, and sure enough, we've done really well with them.
It seems like you like do less movement with your wrists too, and for me, like I have really bad hands right now, so that's a plus. It already kind of creates the shape just pulling straight out. So yeah, I'll have to try that.
Another thing that a lot of people don't know that we sell at Codady is skincare. In this particular one, RX Clinical. That's 1111 moisturizer. That's one of our biggest sellers in the line. But it's actually made here in Dallas. The owner is from Dallas. That whole packaging is airtight. So whenever you push down the lid, the product comes out.
Okay.
So oxygen never touches it. That's the worst thing for your skincare is oxygen.
Really?
Right? It processes it. The other advantage to buying your skincare, and this is all clinical grade skincare, or what they call pharmaceutical grade. But the real advantage to that is not only is it great skincare, we sell the mascara, the lotions, body washes. It's a write-off. All of my hairdressers who buy the skincare from us, it's part of your regime. So not only you get it at wholesale, but you're actually getting it at you can help on your write-offs.
Yeah, I'll have to try this one. I really felt kind of stupid. I didn't know how to like get it out, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
No, you push down, a little bit comes out. It always stays fresh. So that's what people really love about that product. Another thing we sell. Tell me if this is cool. This is a tint brush that is like a paintbrush, but it's smaller.
Yeah, this actually, so we were talking about it the other day in a class. I have, and a lot of hairstylists deal with this too, I have really bad hands. And by the end of the week, I can barely grip a brush because it's got color on it and everything. So most of the time I end up doing this already with my brushes. But I like this, and then you can change it out. So it depends on what like technique you're wanting to do.
That's more of a feather, real
Yeah.
light, and you can do some really cool balayage techniques with it.
So it's kind of cool too. You could not even like have to go back to mix, like, or like grab a different brush. I cannot. It's so.
It's supposed to be tight.
Yeah, I can't get
Give
that.
it to me.
See, I have really bad hands.
A lot of my younger customers don't have a problem. There you go.
Oh, whoa, you too. Yeah, see, this one's definitely more paintbrush-like to me. So.
Yeah, it'll give a nice feather effect. People like it.
But and then it also has like a grip for your thumb and stuff. So I like it.
Kind of cool.
Definitely has a purpose for sure.
So that's a winner.
Yes, needed.
Well, I'm trying to find this stuff just to be different. You know, most of my stylists are artists. Most of my stylists buy our color from us. So they're all paint artists, you know, they're always thinking about some way to do something different with their paints. We picked up a small tool. This is a travel iron. You've used it, I guess?
Yes.
It's a small travel iron, but it's actually a professional iron. It has titanium plates. So if you're doing Brazilian blowouts, God bless you for doing that still.
Yeah.
But if you are, this is great for fringe work and stuff, and it falls under the titanium plate heading that you're able to do that. It's also good in other countries, and it's also, they call it dual voltage, but kind of a cool tool to have just to do fringe work. And also curls. We can give you a little diagram on how to do curls.
You kind of forgot the best part too. So with it being a travel, it comes with this really cool travel case, and I always like doing shows or like trying to like pack and like still get ready and like run out the door. You always start like, crap, my iron is so hot. I can't package it, so you like do the towel trick or anything. This comes with a heat protected bag. So with summer coming up and clients really needing something, this is like a perfect thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. So it's definitely something I needed.
What else do we have? Oh, paper strips. So I've, in my 30-year career, have sold so much foil that I believe it was in a ball. It would be the size of Earth. Possibly smaller.
Maybe like Florida.
Florida, yeah. If you kind of stretched it out and made it like a big
boot. Yeah.
Yeah, so at least like Florida. This is paper strips, which is kind of cool. Caloras, everybody was selling these, but now Code 80 is like the only place around that you can buy these. So if you're ever shopping for these, we're the only game in town. It's a really cool way done with paper instead of foil. I think it allows more oxygen and more control, but most of my customers are foil.
So like what's the pros and cons to foil compared to paper? Because I used this like back in the day when I was apprenticing, and like I know foil is going to conduct way more heat,
right?
Obviously.
Right.
So when do you choose papers over foil?
Well, you wouldn't. It's either or. Most of my customers either use paper or they use foil. And the reason is, once you get used to paper, it's a little faster. One, you put the product on the Colora, and then you on the paper, and then you lay the hair down, and then you put color back on top of that, and then you make one fold.
Yeah.
When you're doing the foil, you know, it's one fold, fold, fold. And really, you've asked no oxygen to get in there. And we know that oxygen is necessary in the process of highlighting. It's a process of a lot of things. So when we close that foil, we're really asking a lot out of the chemicals instead of using oxygen. That allows air to get in from the sides.
So it's letting the color do the work,
yes,
and not the foil. Yes. Gotcha. Okay, I've always wondered that.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Another thing we sell from Erayba is Scalp Plex. Scalp Plex comes in handy. So there are a lot of customers nowadays have allergic to this, allergic to that. They scratch their head. Gamma Color has a lot fewer of that. But this product you can mix with any color line. It's usually about a cap full in your process. Have you used it?
I have, yes.
What do you think?
It definitely helped the sensitivity. Like, and this is, I haven't really had a whole lot of issues with this line with color sensitivity and all of that, but there are a few clients that are like so scared to highlight their hair or color their hair, and I've added that in it, and it tames it down. But what I've also done, it was a lot of times I put it in with my lightener. The lightener has like the stuff for the sensitivity. He knows all like the scientific terms, but it wasn't as agitating on the scalp, but for those clients that were trying to do a high lift, I've started adding this in after.
bleach.
Like I would always use that, but now I just put the cream in there and there's like no like sensitivity or that burn or the itch to it. So it's either like you put this in or that, depending on what you're needing to lift them to. So, but I've noticed that helps a lot, and it doesn't change your color from lifting. Yeah.
And you can add it to your color, your bleach, or even put it on a cotton swab if they've got a situation where they're scratching, and it can be any color line. I've seen it in every salon, and just put it right on those spots and kind of soothe that pH down, you know, because Lord knows, we love hair color, but it is still a chemical.
Yep.
All right, other new thing,
Down at the bottom, yeah.
metallics. Now, there are a lot of companies out there selling metallic colors, and they are all wonderful. Ours just happens to be the best.
I will have to stand behind him on that one, because if I go back in our color room, I literally have all vivid colors, all metallic colors from every line, and I won't say like which lines, but they've promoted them so hard. Like last summer, it was all about metallics. It was all about like bright colors, and I try to have a bit of everything. But I will say, I have had this in my hair, and then I like toned over it too, and then I've also done like a awesome pink color with it. And what happens with this is like a lot of times when you high lift somebody and then you go to deposit like a vivid tone, you don't get that high shine out of it unless you're like sealing it, locking it. This gave me, like in all the ones I've done it to, high shine. Like even on my hair, toning over and playing with it, you have this like iridescent-y, like
Metallic.
pearlescent, like true metallic tone. So it has that shine to it, which I really like. So even toning someone out, you could put some of this and use that to cancel or to give it that high shine too. So it's not just for people that want like intense colors, is what I've figured out with it. So.
Well, it's been a hit for us. You got to get the hair to at least about a level 10 and then deposit with 5 volume, and it's gorgeous. And it lasts a little bit longer than the vivid colors. That's a benefit, because blue is a bully, but pinks and rose gold, those don't last. This lasts a little longer. Doesn't last forever. It does last a little longer.
And then developers with this, because everybody always asks about
5 volume.
Yep.
5 volume.
So.
For sure, we'll make that work. All right, so we're going to do these videos on the regular, kind of bring in some ideas. I use Miss Brittany because she's flipping smart, and then I try things with her, and she tells me they suck, and then you never hear it, and then you never hear about them, and then the stuff she does, like we're talking about today. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and the next video you see, we are going to show why you do need to use thermal protectant on your hair. You can fry bacon with a flat iron. You need thermal protectant on your hair.
And plus, I'm really hungry, so I'm excited for the bacon.
You want to make some bacon?
I'm ready for some bacon.
All right, we're going to make a bacon video. Thank y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.